Yeah, just not clean. I mean, that's really what led to it. Defensively, dug a hole, got the ball thrown over our head too much, which we can't do. And so that was an issue early. I was happy with the way they responded, and then did some good things in the last 3 quarters of the game. But we dug ourselves a hole so much, it was hard to dig it back out against a good team like Cal.
Coach, what did you identify in terms of the struggles to run the ball and sort of what led to that in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot. One, that Cal's pretty good up front and at the linebacker level. But we had some ball handling issues from quarterback to center. Just not clean. Same thing in the blocking. We had guys running through the line of scrimmage too much. It just wasn't a clean game. Not what we were hoping for at all in our first game on any phase of the game, really.
And Exodus Air is missing from the game tonight. I'm wondering if you can share his status at this point.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Special teams, you kind of had that first
Yeah.
series, and then there was some, no fair catch called. I mean, what is your philosophy on that?
That was very disappointing, and because it wasn't the players' fault. We start the game 3 and out, make them punt. That's a different game, and yeah, unacceptable. I mean, that's really all it is. That totally changed the whole momentum of the game. So it can't happen.
I was going to ask about the 12-man penalty, so now I can go back to the right word. Anybody else?
What did you like from Nico tonight? It seemed like he was involved pretty heavily throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, Nico's a good player, and he's going to see plays. He could have made more plays, and then he wasn't alone. There were times where we were in the backfield and had a chance to make tackles for loss, and then we didn't. So we got to go back and as players, coaches, and teach how to make those plays better, and then execute how to make those plays better, because there was some production in the backfield as far as hitting those guys behind the line of scrimmage.
Trent, I'm sorry if you addressed that, the penalty there on the first punt. Was there too many, the mix up on who was supposed to be in?
Same number.
Oh, the
Same number. 2 of the same number.
Gotcha.
Yep.
When you guys were down 24-9, you went for 2. What was
Yeah.
you thinking there?
That's just going analytics, and when you have to go for 2, when you don't, that's when it was called for.
He asked mine, that's good.
Okay. Sorry, last. Hey, today. Obviously, a lot of anticipation just to see Malik's first game. Obviously you mentioned some overthrown balls and things like that, but were there things that you did like that kind of drove his performance, and where do you think he can improve?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm gonna have to watch the film to give you a correct answer on that one. Because right now, the emotion of being done with it, I'm not very happy with anything. So I don't want to grade a guy without seeing exactly what he did.
What was the biggest lesson or takeaway from today, and how you guys plan to kind of push forward and move on?
Yeah, we talked about it before the game. It was about us and our execution. They didn't do anything that we weren't expecting them to do. They did a lot of the things we practice against our own offense doing, and same thing on defense. So it was just a lack of execution for whatever that reason was. Making the game too big. I'm not sure. That's what we really got to dive into, and it's going to take great teaching and coaching, right, to get those things so they don't victimize us in the next game. And so that's the challenge to the coaches and the players moving forward.
Trey Glassberg with a lot of run at one of those corner spots, and he got beat a couple times, but had some big plays down there towards the stretch. What's it like seeing a freshman kind of get involved there early?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen to freshmen. I mean, he got forced to play, when he did some good stuff. But early, he got the ball thrown over his head, and that's just going to be a lesson learned. I mean, that's the thing about corner. You're going to get beat at times. You're going to have some games where it's not great. You got to be, the saying, you get like a goldfish. You just got to forget about it. Learn from it. Okay, how could I have won at the line of scrimmage better so that didn't happen? But the good thing about those is he was in position to have a chance to make a play. Now he's got to finish that play, and that's where his game will jump, because it wasn't like he was beaten just run by. They were contested catches, and credit to the Cal receivers for making difficult catches.
Kind of on a similar note with that goldfish mentality, how do you put this one aside, get into game prep for Fresno State?
Yeah, I think you put it to bed tomorrow, and then you really, okay, what did we do well? Because there's things we did well. What do we got to do better? And then what we learn that's going to make us better? Those kind of 3 questions we got to ask ourselves every day, and we got to ask ourselves that tomorrow when we watch the film.